Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Pounds and Inches. This is Ryan. I'm Bethany, and today we're going to be talking to you about Rolled West. But before we do, we like to give you an update of what's happening with us and our health lives, just as a way to keep us accountable on keeping on. And I'm going to go first.
All right.
Ladies first.
Yes.
So I'm actually doing a pretty good job when it comes to packing lunches and making decent dinners. And even when I go out to eat, I'm able to make really good substitutes that I don't even feel deprived on. I'm figuring out that my main issue is free food. So when people bring cupcakes into work, I eat 3. And I don't even like cupcakes.
That's true.
So this is a really weird thing. So when I'm in full control, I make excellent choices, but it's so hard to pass up on free.
For me, I feel like my health goes in kind of this ups and downs. You know, it's, I think, pretty normal for a lot of people. I had been kind of on a up and then a plateau. Oh, and I'm finally on the downward, and it feels so good. I'm able to lose a couple more pounds. I'm making better choices, and I'm feeling really strong. So thanks for you guys and all your help and motivation. So it was doing well. All right, so when you open the box of Rolled West, what do you get?
So one of the very first things that you'll see is this expansion for Gold West. So that's kind of neat. It comes with these tokens, and it actually uses the dice that is in Rolled West. So one of the first things you see, we'll see an expansion for Gold West. So that's kind of neat. Then there's also the 4 dice. There's the 4 player boards. There's a score marker, and then there's the dry erase boards. So
Various markers.
yeah, that's what I meant. The dry erase markers, because I already said the dry erase boards. That's right. Anyway, so how does all of that piece together to come together as a game?
All right, the game lasts 6 rounds, and let's take a look at what some of our options are. So on your turn, you can roll your dice. One of them has to be used as the terrain that you'll be working in that round. So in this case, I might choose this copper, and that means that all of the wood that I would use that turn could be used to make settlements and camps. So I'd roll the wood here, so I would draw a triangle here in the first spot of the copper track, this copper claims. Every time I'd get to one of these numbers, that's going to be endgame victory points. Also, whoever at the end of the game has the most in any given track is going to get the top value there, and whoever has the second most is going to get the lower value. Also on your turn, you can spend resources to complete these contracts. Those contracts are kind of a one-time use thing. So once one person completes a contract, everyone else is going to exit off their board. They can no longer be sustained or no longer be used. All right, so the next thing you can do on your turn is you can go to this top left corner here. That's called the Boom Town Offices. It's basically some ways to get some end game points and some multipliers. And similar to the contracts, once you use one of them, everyone else crosses it off of their board. It can no longer be used. So for instance, I could spend a silver and a silver to take that 6 points in the middle of the board. Everyone else would cross that off of their board. I would circle it, showing that I have earned that bonus. The next thing you can do is shipping. So across this top right row here, you can ship copper, silver, or metal, or copper, silver, or gold. And as the more resources you spend, the further up you go. Once you get to numbers, you get those victory points. When you see the boxes there, the first person who gets to a box gets the biggest number there. They circle it. And similar to the Boomtown offices and the contracts, everyone else is going to exit off of their board. And then from then on out, if anyone gets to that point on the board, they would get the smaller value. The last thing that you can do on your turn is to bank resources. So if there's a resource you couldn't use or didn't want to use on your turn, you could save that up for a future turn. Also, in between turns, you can bank one resource from either the person to your left or the person to your right. And in that way, you're going to gain extra resources, so that way, even though you're only gaining 3 resources each turn, you can, that's how you get up to 5 to get these larger contracts. So, at the end of the game, you're going to follow the scorecard, which basically kind of follows you through all the different scorings you're going to do, all the different things you have circled, all your bonuses, as well as all the multipliers from your Boomtown offices, and whoever has the most points wins. And because this game is so simple and short, whoever has, if there's a tiebreaker, You simply play another game. That's the tiebreaker.
So one of the first things I noticed about this game was that there's many paths to victory. I think within the first game that we played, between three of us, we were within 5 points of each other, all three of us having gone a different route. We had a fourth player and he just really sucked that turn, but that doesn't matter. But I think that's awesome in such a compact game that you can try so many different things and you can have so many different ways. Even when we were playing just a couple of 2-player games, we were trying different things every single round and we were still very close in scores even though we weren't following the exact same track.
Yeah, and there's always something to do with your dice. I think one of the big fears about a dice-based game is that there's a large luck factor. But with the way that you can bank resources on your turn and other people's turns, as well as all the different ways that you can spend these resources, there's always something you can do in your turn. You might not have gotten the roll you wanted, but you're never just left in the dust.
This is a very compact game. We decided to time ourselves just for fun. And with scoring and everything, it only took us 10 minutes. So that was, not that short games are the only good games, but it's nice when you're waiting for people to come, but you still want to get gaming now. You can definitely get this out while you wait for other people. Or when you're in between things, this would be good for that. It's
very satisfying, even that small time frame. Even our 4-player games were lasting a half an hour or less, even with teaching. So, yeah. I really like the way the Boomtown offices offer you those different kind of paths to go. If you're wanting to go more heavily on the shipping routes, you'd want to go for one of the Boomtown office bonuses that helps with shipping and gets you more points that way too. So I like giving you that narrower focus, giving you more options and more points.
I like that with the components, it's the dry erase board and not sheets of paper. I think that simple thing just makes it, you can do more with your theme, you can make it more colorful, and I just like that they chose to go that route.
I agree. I really like this as opposed to the paper route. However, given that it is a dry erase board, I kind of wish it had come with an eraser. I know that we've got some dry erase markers that have erasers on the top that we use for our crayon rails games. So this is a game you're interested in. I'd recommend picking up something that has some erasers on top as well.
Yeah, the only thing that I can say about this game that isn't positive, which isn't the game's fault, is that even though it's such a short little game, there are a lot of decisions. There's a lot to be had in this little compact game. There's a lot of choices to be made, and that's a good thing. Don't let it fool your AP friends, though. If you have some that really struggle with that, they will still struggle on this game, and the 20-minute game will turn into a 45-minute game. And that's a good sign of the game, that even with only your 4 dice, you have all of those options.
Yeah, just give them a gentle nudge and say, okay,
yeah,
move it along. That's true of a lot of games, though.
Yeah.
That's not the game's fault. So what are your overall thoughts of Rolled West?
So this game makes me interested in roll and writes. I know it's a big thing right now, and I just didn't care until I played this game. It's made me interested in the whole genre of it because it was so good. It was so much fun. It gave us a lot of opportunity to explore it in the short amount of time and what it did. I'm interested in the genre now, and I wasn't, and I have this game to thank for it.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as a punk rocker, and I rebel against authority. And I feel like a lot of people are pushing roll and rights, and I say to them, stop talking to me about roll and rights. But now I say to them, play this one too, because it's really great. I really enjoyed Rolled West. Caught me off guard. Very fun, very enjoyable. All right, so this has been Pounds and Inches. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can subscribe to our channel to see all of our reviews as they come out. We also have a blog on BoardGameGeek.com called Pounds and Inches, where we talk a little bit more about our health journey, so we'd love to see you there. We also have a Facebook page. You can follow us there, Ryan and Bethany Board Games Reviews. We're also on Twitter, at Ryan and Bethany1, posting some cool stuff there. And lastly, but definitely not least, is Bethany's Instagram board game page. BNFigs is her handle, so make sure to check out all the things she's posting over there. All right, so on all those places, you can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. We love hearing from you, and we'd love to talk back with you guys.
All right, well, this is Ryan, and I'm Bethany, encouraging you to play games, live healthy, and create moments. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.